Welcome back to the Charlotte Stadium here in Paris for Paris Saint-Germain against Leeds. Almost 1,000 Leeds supporters inside the stadium tonight to cheer Leeds on, they hope, to their second victory in Super League. Let's now go downstairs and take a look at the teams coming out.
Thanks, Eddie. Well, a tremendous atmosphere down here on the ground.
David Campbell and the touch judges leading out the two sides, and they will walk through a wall of fireworks here tonight. We have fireworks on the field before kick-off, and I'm sure that once David Campbell blows the first whistle, we will have fireworks aplenty from these two sides. Vital night for Leeds, 1 win in 6. Paris coming back into this match, having lost away from home, but they are unbeaten here at the Charlotte Stadium. 2 vital points on offer tonight in Super League as the race continues for the very first Super League title. Paris Saint-Germain taking on Leeds from Headingley. Right, let's go downstairs now, and Steve-O will introduce us to the teams player by player. Steve-O, it's all yours.
Thanks, Eddie. Well, a tremendous atmosphere here at the stadium. And, you know, I just get that funny feeling that Leeds will play an excellent match tonight. It won't be easy for them, but leading the Leeds side is number 8, their captain, Neil Harmon. Number 21 is Anthony Gibbons. Number 2 is Jim Fallon. Number 3, the man they call the Beast, Kevin Iro. And number 1, Francis Cummins. In 18 is Phil Hassan. And number 7 is Graham Holroyd. Number 22 is David Gibbons. And 29, Terry Newton. Number 10, the big drop forward, Harvey Howard. Number 14, the great Kiwi, Gary Mercer. And number 12, Adrian Morley. And 13 is Mike Forshaw.
Voilà pour la présentation de l'équipe de Leeds ce soir.
And now let's hear it for the Paris Saint-Germain side, led tonight by number 8, Patrick Onta.
Numéro 20, capitaine de cette équipe de PSG Rugby, Patrick Onta.
Number 7, Laurent Luchet.
Numéro 7, Laurent Luchet.
Number 11, Pascal Bomati.
Numéro 11, Pascal Bomati.
Number 9, Pierre Chamaran.
Sous les applaudissements des supporters PSG, Pierre Chamaran.
Number 24, Eric Verniol.
Numéro 24, Eric Verniol.
And number 15 is Frédéric Bonquet.
Numéro 15, Frédéric Bonquet.
Number 10, Fabian Didier.
Numéro 10, Fabien Dubecki.
And number 4 is Gregory Castalla.
Numéro 4, Greg Cacala.
Number 14 is Patrick Torre.
Numéro 14, Patrick Torre.
Number 20, Kaba Uwakamanu.
Numéro 20, Kaba Uwakamanu.
Number 13 is Darren Adams.
Numéro 13, Adam Darren.
23, Didier CABESTANY.
Numéro 23, Didier CABESTANY.
And number 5, Regis Pastre-Courtine.
Numéro 5, Régis Pastre-Courtine.
So there are the players, and the fireworks continue here at the Charleroi Stadium. And David Campbell, tonight's referee, blows the whistle, and by the looks of things, it's going to be Leeds who will kick off, and they will attack from right to left as we watch. Big night this for Leeds, we can't overemphasize it. Laurent Luchesse, the last line of the Paris Saint-Germain defence, the fullback. 19 matches for Huddersfield, 12 for Sheffield, ever present in the side. And plenty of Leeds supporters have come across here to have a look at this match tonight. And a great crowd again has packed in to the Charleroi Stadium. And the mascots for PSG are here in abundance as well. Well, the red, white and blue of Paris Saint-Germain has conquered Europe in soccer this week, and they hope that they will conquer Leeds tonight in the European Super League. Great crowd has packed in here to watch this match, and I fancy this will be a game to savour. Great to see so many people over from Headingley as well. So formality's just about complete. We're about to get underway here. It's Paris Saint-Germain against Leeds. We're live and exclusive on Sky Sports tonight from the Charleroi Stadium. Graham Holroyd starts the match. Paris Saint-Germain will take the first set of 6. Darren Adams with the first run, and 3 of 4 Leeds players there to bring him down. The teams line up with Luchesse, Bomati, Chamaran, Verniol, Banquet, Devecchi and Onta for Paris. Up front, it's Cassola, Torre, Uwakamanu, Adams, Cabestany and Pastre-Courtine. On the bench, Michel Mazeret can use Yaha, Wolf, Bloomfield and Tutard. And for Leeds, it's Anthony Gibbons, Fallon, Iro, Cummins, Hassan, Holroyd and David Gibbons. Harmon, the skipper up front, with Terry Newton, Howard, Mercer, Morley and Forshaw. On the bench, McDermott, Tuipulotu, Clark, 2 new men, George Mann, coach Dean Bell. Dean Bell, who spoke to us before the game, apparently the pressures of the situation not getting to him, but that Paris defensive rush on Jim Fallon certainly got to the Leeds winger.
Beautiful kick though from Chamaran, and a good chase there. Leading the way was Regis Pastre-Courtine. Remember, you viewers would have remembered Pastre-Courtine. He played on the wing against Warrington, but he's no stranger to the loose forward position.
Harvey Howard, great bustling run for Leeds. Yes, Pastre-Courtine played on the wing against Warrington and ran in a hat-trick that afternoon. Now this is Gary Mercer. Good chasing by this Paris side. Steve-O, early moments you would expect Paris to be exactly like this, but they are coming into this match with 12 of their players. There's a knock-on from Cummins, by the way, but with 12 of their players having played domestic cup football 48 hours ago.
Won't be easy for them, but this will certainly help, won't it? Not the best pass there. You can see that Francis Cummins had to lean forward. It's been a bad start to the season, not only for that boy, but for the Leeds team in general. Now, we saw in the first half against London last week that Leeds' defence was absolutely superb, and then they just fell apart in the second stanza. The big question is, can Leeds keep it going for 80 minutes? I just have a sneaky suspicion, yes.
Great crunching tackle by Harvey Howard on Laurent Luchesse, who had joined the line. It's Paris, though, who are in possession with the tall and unmistakable figure of Gregory Cassola, ever present at prop forward so far, signed from the Grenoble Rugby Union Club. Good movement, and there's a big hole opened up here for CABESTANY. Has he got the pace? Has he got the power to take him there? Yes, he has. Oh, what a start for Paris Saint-Germain. Didier CABESTANY, his second Super League try. There was a hole you could have put a double-decker bus through.
Superb play. What a tremendous pass. They did the run around there, and you could see that it was Germain that went through and passed. CABESTANY really went for it. Tremendous stuff. The momentum took him over. It was not a double movement. The ball-carrying arm does not hit the ground. And look how sensibly he switched the ball so he could fend off. The arm that's not carrying the football, that's one that's got to be grounded. That is tremendous play. Just pushes off Gibbons there. See, he's still going. Wonderful position from the referee, David Campbell.
Well, Didier CABESTANY scored a try against Oldham. He has been ever present so far this season. The forwards have done a marvellous job for Michel Mazaret from the Trey Catalan club. The conversion attempt from Patrick Torre goes wide of the posts, but what a start for the men from Paris. They lead Leeds by 4 points to 0.
There you see, look at it as they go. They go for one man and the pass was out. It was a superb break. The timing was superb. And the second rower, Didier CABESTANY. What a start for Paris. It sent this crowd wild.
Yes, there's about 1,000 people from the Leeds area who are pretty quiet at the moment, but the Paris supporters who are still coming into this ground, they have had the dream start, coming of course into this match on the back of a heavy defeat. In fact, it was a mauling by Wigan, 76 points to 8, but that will do their confidence a power of good. Leeds in possession. That was the number 29, Terry Newton, the 17-year-old hooker who got the pass away to Mick Forshaw. Here's Holroyd. He puts the kick in, drifts towards the corner. There's too much behind that. That will run dead in goal.
A little bit too strong there. Not happy with it, Graham Holroyd. He does have the advantage of a blustery wind behind him, so he'll have to ease the kick down, perhaps.
And not the best start for Holroyd, playing tonight his 100th appearance for this Leeds club. Must say, the pre-match build-up that Leeds employed, they were on the field early before this match, and they looked very, very relaxed, Steve-O. I wonder if the smiles and the relaxation that they tried to portray to us masked the tension that they must be feeling.
Well, I thought they were a little bit too relaxed, and there we see Mercer going low on his opposite, Darren Adams. We picked that out as one of the big battles. But Leeds, once again, you see hanging back. Kasala keeps the ball alive. Oh, bad one from Onta.
Bad pass from Onta, and David Gibbons gets to it first.
It really wasn't on in heavy traffic. You can see that Gibbons had gone in between. Well, a bad mistake. That has been a problem on both sides, I must say. Just simple errors.
Mercer does well in the tackle then, spins, get the pass away. Newton, normally a back row forward, but a debut hooker against Sheffield when Leeds got their only win of the season. I would imagine Dean Bell looking for all the omens in the world to get their second win of the season under their belt here tonight. This is Harvey Howard, typical rumbustious run from the big prop forward.
It's got to be the forward that's got to lay the platform. Here's the kick into the corner.
That's a much better kick from Holroyd. It's far better weighted. Who wants it? Iro does. Iro gets the ball round the corner. It's play on. And Fallon gets the try. In his last season with Leeds, he joins Richmond Rugby Union next winter. 73rd try for Leeds now in his career, but such an important one tonight.
It was a high kick. They got plenty of height on this into the corner. Holroyd there, look how it hangs, but I'm afraid they just allowed it to drop. And the big man they call the beast, Kevin Iro, no one was home. Jim Fallon, they won't come any easier than that. And I'm afraid that the Paris Saint-Germain side paid the price of letting that ball just drop into the arms of Kevin Iro. But it was a good kick, and it was a nice pass. Round the man, Jim Fallon. And that surely will bring a sigh of relief to all the Leeds fans, and I'm sure they coach Dean Bell.
Yeah, Jim Fallon with the try. That's his 4th try in Super League. 73rd try, and this is his 135th appearance for Leeds. And he took a look at himself in the screen, and that's why he's smiling, Jim Fallon. He'll be smiling more now if Graham Holroyd knocks this conversion over. The Paris club supporters doing their best to put him off, and they put him off. 4-4 though here at Charlotte.
You see the defender, he's half circle, and what they have to do is they've got to move forward to it. And they allow Kevin Iro to pluck that out of the air. It was a superb pass round the man. Excellent stuff there.
4 tries in 5 games now for Jim Fallon in Super League. He will be a miss for this Leeds club when he returns to the rugby union ranks in Richmond, who've been spending some money this week, haven't they? Darren Adams with a big run up front, but great defence from Howard and Forshaw. Now Udwakamanu with that distinctive ponytail. Good tackling by Neil Harmon. Helped out by Gibbons also. Chamaran trying to barge his way through. Almost played that from a horizontal position, but Kassala now takes it over for Paris.
Good play by the Paris side. They're running onto the football. This will be a kick from Ontar.
It is. It's a high hanging kick. He's seen what Leeds did with theirs, and nearly, so nearly, but Gibbons got to it at the 2nd attempt. There was a bit of a collision there between 2 Leeds players, and Anthony Gibbons got it.
Well, Gibbons would be the man to shout. Kevin Iro just pulled away at the last minute, and that was enough. Gibbons was lucky to get that on the 2nd bounce.
Newton to Neil Harmon on the halfway line. Newton's there again. That's Holroyd. He helps it wide to Mercer. Mercer to Iro. Iro steps out of one challenge, brushes off another, puts the pass out wide, and oh, Fallon. Hero a moment ago. Dean Bell just grimacing for a moment as he saw that ball knocked forward. He knows that's another chance gone.
Another simple error. Bad mistake. Beast gets the ball out wide, and he should take that. He's been around long enough to know that, and you could see that he was just looking at the man. I don't know what he's smiling at. The coach won't be happy, Dean Bell.
Jim Fallon, I think, smiling with embarrassment, maybe.
Do you smile when you're embarrassed?
I blush. That's a word you wouldn't know the meaning of, I wouldn't think.
Pig sweat, don't they? Good tackling, though. Well, both these sides, you can see that Leeds defence moving up quickly, and that's why the big fella Kassala is dumped to the ground. Mercer leading the charge.
Torre in at dummy half. He goes the other way to Ontar. Ontar puts a good kick in. That, I think, might just stay in the field of play, will it? No, it just rolls into touch, but it was a good kick anyway, and it made plenty of ground for Paris.
Nice kick, just waited, wasn't it? And the way that Leeds are making the simple mistakes, it's good captaincy by Patrick Ontar, leading the side out tonight. Of course, played with Leeds, and he feels that the Leeds club didn't give him the best of shakes. Well, he's got his chance now to prove that they did make a big mistake.
2 tries in 20 appearances for Patrick Ontar for Leeds, and very much part and parcel of the Paris scene now. That's Mercer, and he plays the ball quickly. Leeds camped inside their own half of the field, but for how long? This is Gibbons. Great break from Gibbons. He looks for support. Oh, that's brilliantly done. And he finds Cummins, and Cummins is turning them inside out. And that's a super run and a great attack from Leeds. A sweeping move from one end of the field to the other. They're not done yet. Newton dabs the ball through, and it was very lucky there for Bomati. He got to the ball 2nd attempt, and he dropped it behind his own line and fell on it. It'll be a drop out underneath the sticks.
A nice kick through, wasn't it? Bomati just got it bobbling at the right moment. Running onto it, Terry Newton. Big night for him. 17 years of age, the hooker. Big crowd here at the stadium.
Good long drop out, though, from Paris from underneath their own sticks. Anthony Gibbons will launch another attack. Let's hear early moments here and how he thinks it's going. Former Leeds skipper Gary Schofield with us tonight. He's downstairs with Bill.
Gary, a try apiece, and Leeds looking dangerous there. Yeah, they are. If Leeds can control this ball, you know, and play Paris down in their own 22, they're going to cause have a lot of problems. Have we seen so far with Kevin Iro and Jim Fallon down the right side? But they must control this ball and play Paris in their own half.
What about the support for Leeds? It's great, isn't it?
Oh, it's excellent. You know, the fans have travelled over and they're making sure they're being heard, and let's hope the guys can put some more points on the board.
And not make mistakes.
Absolutely. You know, as I say, they can't afford to drop the ball early in the tackle count. That's how Paris scored their try. They dropped it on the third tackle, and from the previous scrum, they scored the try. If Leeds control the ball, they can put plenty of points on the board.
Not the best birthday present for Adrian Morley, celebrating his 19th birthday today. Dropping the ball there and allowing Patrick Ontat to feed that scrum because of the knock-on. Now Luchesse, but he was picked out there by Morley, doing his best to make up for the error, and doing well.
Well, it must be a nightmare for the coach, Dean Bell, because he's seen Leeds make 3 handling errors there, and I just really can't get to a situation where they've got to sort this out. You see a pretty high there from Holroyd, swinging arm, right over the top, and they felt that. Verniol won't be happy, neither will that man, and neither will the coach again, Dean Bell. Just simple basics that Leeds just are not getting right.
Well, they've made 3 handling errors, you might have seen, compared to 1 from the Paris Saint-Germain side. It's vital that Leeds hold on to the football and tackle the big men like this Cassala. That's 2 tackles gone. That's good defence from Leeds. Ontat, oh, they got in a right pickle then. Ontat managed to hang on to the football, but he had to take the tackle as well. Now Patrick Courtine.
Well, I don't know about losing the plot. They wanted the same plot, didn't they? All went in the same area. Nice kick, though.
Lovely weighted kick from Ontat. Fallon's after it. It bounces nastily for him. And so close for Freddie Bonquet.
Superb kick. The skipper tonight. Look at this. Patrick Ontat, and that should have been a try. Bounced up superbly. And Freddie Bonquet, well,
he was off to a racing start, wasn't he, for Paris Saint-Germain when we saw them here against Sheffield.
That really was the let-off for Leeds.
What a beautiful kick, though, Steve-O, into the corner from Ontat.
Yeah, but did you see the time that it took for Jim Fallon to get back to it? He ran back as though Leeds were winning by about 50. They've got to get that enthusiasm going. He's not having the best of nights so far. Okay, he scored a try, but he's got to lift his game.
This is David Gibbons. Another good run from the scrum half tonight, Gibbons. 2 tries against Sheffield Eagles 2 weeks ago for him, and great opportunity here again now for Leeds in the shape of Gary Mercer. He moves away from that tackle, gets the ball into the arms of Gibbons once more, who stayed there supporting the attack. 5 tackles gone, 56 metres made. Holroyd, they're running it, and they're doing well. Newton, but now he's all wrapped up, is he? No, he gets the pass away. Forshaw, out wide, and there's Fallon again, and Fallon's in for 2. The corner flag did go, but the referee has a little look at the touch judge, and there was no doubt in their minds, and no doubt in Dean Bell's mind either. Second try for Fallon, and Leeds have the lead.
Put this down to David Gibbons. Good work to start. Got them into position. Mercer running out wide. You can see how he just drew the man. Freddie Bonquet was sucked in. That's better from Jim Fallon. That had to be scored. Head down. And good work also by the hooker, Terry Newton. And you can see they're struggling to get across. He was sucked in, Freddie Bonquet there. There was nothing that Pierre Chamarin could do either. Neat little pass. Good work, though, by the youngster Newton. Lovely ball out wide. Forshaw involved. That needed finishing. He did it well. See how they used the dummy. Iro went through. The last pass, it was coming from the second rower, Gary Mercer.
So 2 tries in 10 minutes from Jim Fallon. That's turned Leeds round here. They were 4-0 down. Now they're ahead by 8 points to 4. And Graham Holroyd is about to have this difficult shot at goal from the conversion, way out on the far touchline. Be quite a kick this if he gets it. Oh, and he's just wide of the post far side. It had chances. Leeds ahead 8-4.
Leeds did well using the power play. On the last tackle, they wanted to go for the kick, but he switched it back from the blind to the open. And you can see the man, the second marker, once he was sucked in, they kept it alive. The hooker did well, and you could see there, 4 of the Paris Saint-Germain side, slow to get across. Well finished.
Well finished by Fallon, and really well created by the young 17-year-old Terry Newton. Oh, what a tackle on Adams by Neil Harmon. But we said before the match that Harmon as captain would lead, and he led them into battle then. Woof.
Crunch time. Oh, Adams felt it all the way. Mercer helping too. But what a game so far for David Gibbons. He's running riot out there. Building in confidence too.
Cabestany, the man who scored the Paris try. Torre spins it into the arms of Onta. Onta will need no motivation to play well tonight. On halfway, he plays the ball. Torre again. Dabs it. Well, he didn't dab it. He drove it into the corner. Past Hassan.
The experience from the hooker there. Taking on the blind side. No real pressure applied. I'm surprised that Hassan didn't perhaps chase back and get that. Remember, from the open play kick, the first tackle nullified, so they get 7 in effect.
Here's Hassan now, who was content to allow that ball to go past him so the scrum could be put down. But a terrific run, led by Eric Verniol, the number 24. And that's Devecchi in there quickly with Casala. Now Gary Mercer takes it on again for Leeds. Jacques, the Paris German, has done so much to make Super League a success here in the French capital city. And a success it undoubtedly is. Another big crowd in here tonight to see this game against one of the glamour teams of Leeds. They might be down at the wrong end of the table, but they have a big reputation. That's a great tackle by Fallon on Luchesse.
Good chase as well, both Fallon and Iro. Really working hard. The defence has been good. And when Iro starts to fire, you usually find that Leeds play their best football. He's got to be eager. He's got to start looking for more work.
Devecchi fires the pass to Onta, who in turn gives it to Chamaran, the captain. He is the key here for Paris tonight. And lovely ball out the back door from Bonke to Onta. Onta round the corner. Didn't quite reach Pierre Chamaran, and Anthony Gibbons did well to pick up the little kick through.
Lovely little work on the blind side, though, by Patrick Onta. Just went round the man. It was on. It's play on, of course, because he didn't touch the fingertips. For you new viewers, if you can't get your fingertips to it, then you kick straight through. It is play on, and that's why the referee played the advantage.
Mercer trying to make the break. Luchesse working hard in defence and attack. Leeds ahead 8 points to 4 midway through this first half, desperately seeking their first away win of the season. And what a win it would be here in Charlotte, because remember, they have Halifax, Bradford and Wigan to come in their next 3 games. They desperately need a victory here. Mind you, so do Paris Saint-Germain, to maintain the confidence that has been bred in this city now about rugby league, courtesy of Jacques FOUROUX.
Well, it certainly would help the Leeds' confidence if they could win here. No one has done that yet. Oldham sneaked to draw. But Leeds are playing very constructive football. I get the impression that they realise that this Paris Saint-Germain side is very weak at the blind side, at the play the ball. Notice Leeds take it wide and are bringing the ball back inside. That's what's finding the gaps.
Nowhere for Regis Pastre-Courtine to get through. Formerly with Batley, of course. A couple of seasons there. Another little inventive kick from Onta. Chasing after it is Fallon. Better work from Fallon. He was quick then. Onta following him up, went for the ankle tap. Fallon got away from him, got through the next challenge that came in from Bomati, and launches Iro down the right-hand side. This could be a magnificent try for Iro. I don't think they're going to stop him. Oh, brilliant from Iro. That's 2 in 2 weeks that we've seen. That one perhaps not quite the length of the try that he scored against the Broncos, but my word, once he got the ball in his hands, he steamed to the line. Iro with the try.
Well, he had a shaky start, but tremendous work by Jim Fallon. It was a neat little chip over there by Ontar, but he came back, he could see open space, and Iro was screaming for the football, get the ball out wide. And you can see the Paris side desperately trying to get back. Good work, onto the angle, there was no one at home, and the big fella enjoys this. Kevin Iro, a vital try midway through this first half. The kick and chase just wasn't good enough. 4 men in attendance, Fallon was able to get away. See how he just runs away. He drew the man. Loose forward pass straight Courtine had nothing to do with it. Luches couldn't get anywhere near either. What a great try.
Great try from Kevin Iro, the leading scorer now in Super League for this Leeds outfit. That's his 6th in Super League. Ironically, he didn't score in the win against Sheffield, but he scored here tonight. And Holroyd north from 2, and he gets the sight set, and he gets that one. Well, he's got one side and the other with his kicking, but that, a super kick from the touchline, Leeds ahead 14-4.
Well, there's a kick, but the chase should be coming also from the right flank. And this allows Fallon all the room in the world. There should have been someone coming on from the right flank to have forced him down into his own quarter. You don't just kick and chase into one corner of the field. You've got to do it on both sides. Leave them no option.
Great defence from Harmon again, and Mercer in there quickly. And also number 15, Barry McDermott, who has come on for Leeds. In very quickly on that tackle on Darren Adams, and swarming round the ball carrier again. Gibbons and Howard off, Barry McDermott and Dean Clark. There he is, number 30 with the shaven head, the Kiwi, on for his Leeds debut here in Paris tonight. New Zealand international, a 2-year contract at Headingley. The man, perhaps, just to give these outstanding Leeds youngsters the direction and the guidance that they need. Oh, Mercer, juggling skills aplenty there.
Germain trying to keep the ball alive on the inside, but it's now Paris that are making the mistakes. And Leeds are reverting back to using 2 hard drives by the forwards, and then they're using Holroyd and Gibbons to get the link working.
Holroyd, big dummy, and they took it. Support inside for Holroyd, support out wide as well from Cummins. Paris at the moment is snatching at the Leeds players and not getting their tackles in, and it's allowing Leeds to offload the ball in tackles. Clark shows it, fires the pass. It was round the throat, though, of Mick Forshaw, and Pierre Germain brings the ball out to the edge of his 20-metre mark for Paris. Yeah, Mike Forshaw wiping the mouth there. It went straight into his face, the ball then. Obstruction.
Got to be an obstruction. Use the man as a shepherd. Well, a bad mistake by Freddie Bonke there. You can see that the man had just come on. Dean Clark had no chance to get through. The prop forward, Udwakamanu, that was the culprit, was used by Freddie Bonke. Well, things going from bad to worse for the Paris side at the moment. They were desperate to get possession.
And Holroyd, understandably, is going to have another kick at goal here from that penalty. 26 minutes gone, Leeds 14-4 ahead, but just a note of caution for Leeds supporters who might be getting ready to celebrate a victory here tonight. Remember what happened at Headingley last Sunday, 18-0 and then 18-4 at half-time, and the Broncos came back and won the match. So Leeds and their coach Dean Bell will not be celebrating and thinking about victories just yet. Holroyd with this kick then. 1 from 3 for the Leeds standoff half. On this, his 100th appearance, averaging almost 7 points a game for Leeds in his career so far. Misses. Well, that's a bad miss. That was eminently kickable, so it stays at 14-4. Michel Mazaret making his way to the dugout to perhaps add words of wisdom to his team. But they need the possession, Steve-O. They need to get hold of the ball, and they need to trap the ball carrier when he's making inroads into their defence. They're not doing that.
No, they've got to work a little bit harder. The second marker is having a rest rather than forcing one side and the other. There you see 2 of them going the same way.
Of course, that's easy for us to say sitting up here.
Yep.
These lads, 12 of them, have played 2 games in the last 48 hours now.
Well, we knew they were going to be tired, but they got off to the flying start, and that would have built them. Certainly lifted their confidence.
Well, the drummer here at the Charlotte Stadium, the cheerleaders, the PA announcer, the orchestra that they've got in here somewhere, you keep hearing the music coming over the PA system. They're doing their best to lift the Paris Saint-Germain side. Good kick. Oh, it didn't go out of play from Holroyd until the second or third bounce. And if Fallon had picked that up, it could have been a try.
Well, Freddie Banque again, he thought it was going out, that the ball come back. And full credit, though, to Holroyd. He kicked the ball in such a manner that it had a backspin on it. Often does that when you kick it in that manner.
Paris need a try. Leeds need to keep them out up to half-time. That's Didier who picked himself up, played the ball. Bonmarty broke through one tackle. Couldn't get away, though, from Mike Forshaw. Torre into the arms of Uduakamanu again. 5 metres inside his own half now. 3 tackles gone. Torre gets it away to Pastre Cortin.
You can see the difference in the two sides. The Leeds markers are working hard, applying the pressure.
Onta, does he hold the key? Adams. Good tackle from Mercer. There's the drummer, the Charlotte drummer, and he's watching Banque chase this kick ahead. Good defence, though, from young Gibbons. Anthony Gibbons had moved across.
Superb positioning there by the youngster Gibbons. Fullback knew that the kick perhaps was going to go down.
Michel Mazaret has made the change that perhaps he was contemplating as he made his way to the dugout there. You saw Via Bloomfield rather has come on. Oh, McDermott, great run, battling run. Harmon, got Clark with him. Clark gets through the challenge of Adams, stands in the tackle after Luchesse had a snap at him. Bloomfield came in then to cut him down. Newton. They're holding on to the football, Leeds, and that's important. Out of the back door from Forshaw, and this now is Morley who takes it on. Good run, good strong run from the tall second rower.
Paris falling off the tackles.
Well, that's been fatal for them all night. And McDermott looks for support, it arrives. Harmon, better tackling. Bonmarty in there quickly, and Patrick Torre. Last one, 6 metres away. Little angle kick from Holroyd. Does anybody want it? Does Adams want it? Well, he puts a hand on top of it, diffuses the kick. It'll be a drop out underneath the road sticks. More pressure from Paris.
Well, all the time in the world, Adams to pick that up and try to bring it back into the field of play. Well, I know it's been a hard road for the second rower, Darren Adams. He's worked hard in the first 30 minutes, but we really should have taken possession of that football and tried to get into the field of play.
Holroyd with 5 kicks in the field of play. They have almost opened the door a few times. He's had a 1 from 4 returning kicks at goal, but in general play they've been causing chaos, and this is McDermott who might cause more. Strong defence from Kasseler. They dropped that. McDermott dropped that, and the referee saw it. Newton might be celebrating the try, but Barry McDermott lost the ball. Criminal error.
He knows it too. Kasseler just had a hand on the back. There's no interference there, quite clearly on the replay. Tried to get away with it, giving benefit Barry McDermott. Tried to kid the referee, but Davy Campbell's too experienced for that.
Big Tongan forward via Bloomfield picks himself up. Missed London against Wigan. Just 1 full appearance. Leeds shading it in terms of possession, but ahead by 10 points on the scoreboard where it matters. Didier gives it to Kasseler. 32 minutes of this match gone. Bloomfield again.
Good move by the Paris coach, Michel Mazaret, trying to bring a big man in like Bloomfield, just to inject a little bit of attack.
Oh, a mile forward from Uduakamanu. Bonmarty Cummins snatched at him, and the referee has a look at the touch judge who gave the forward pass. Michel Mazaret watching on. No, Uduakamanu, it was a mile forward.
Bloomfield there, you could see even the position of his body. You could tell that that ball was going forward. Clearer indication there.
A couple of handling errors from the big Tongan. Spotted playing for Tonga in the World Nines in February by Taz Bateri and the Paris Saint-Germain management. Fallon on 2 tries, looking for a third. Believe then that he would have been the victim of the penalty when he tried to get to his feet and play the ball quickly. David Campbell says play on. Clark misses out one man, finds Forshaw. Through the gap goes Morley. Birthday boy Morley. Birthday present Morley. Adrian Morley, 19 years old today, has played the last 3, highly rated by Dean Bell, and proving there exactly why. Hitting the gap, couldn't be stopped.
Tremendous link, got the ball out wide. It was Clark that threw the long ball, the loose forward, steps back on the inside. You can see that Ontar was caught in front. 2 men going for 1 man. The gap appears. Adrian Morley quite happy with it. Keep your eye out on the left-hand side. You'll see that Ontar went in for the man. No one squeezed out. And gleefully accepted. He raced well there, did the second rower. That's a well-worked try. Long ball, Forshaw, little step, and that was enough. You can see Ontar just hesitate. Pretty hard to stop when you've got a determined youngster like that running.
Adrian Morley's try. Great try too. Study those pictures as he ran down the lens of our camera in determination. Now Holroyd 1 from 4, this time from the other side of the field. I would suggest for a left-footed kicker, more difficult this than a couple of the others. Watch him make a monkey of me. 2 points Holroyd, 2 out of 5 for him, 20 points to 4, Leeds lead. It's a much better show this from Leeds.
Look at the long stride there by the young second rower. Determination personified there. Luchesse, no chance.
Adrian Morley, former Eccles Amateur Rugby League club, signed in May 1994. His brother Chris plays for St Helens. Watch out for the name, Morley. He's one for the future, Adrian Morley. Bloomfield, Bomati off. Gregory Tutard has come on. Debut against Wigan in the massacre last Sunday. And let's hear some news of Pascal Bomati. Bill is down on touchline.
Well, probably the most dangerous player in the Paris Saint-Germain lineup, certainly on tonight's evidence, has had to come off with calf injury. Pascal Bomati picked that up just a few minutes ago. He's been replaced by Greg Tutard, and Bomati had caught your eye, hadn't he, Gary?
Yeah, he had indeed. It's a big blow for the Paris side, because he's really the only player, France player, that's going to cause Leeds any problems. Now it's gone off, so they're up against the other Paris side.
And Leeds have just been growing in confidence as this half has gone on, haven't they?
Oh, yes, they have. I'd say after the first 5 minutes, what they're just doing now is just controlling the ball, not going down the middle, just running these big Paris forwards around, and as you can see, these Paris forwards are getting very tired.
So you're going to stick your neck out and predict a big win for Leeds now?
I think there's going to be a big win for Leeds. They just control this ball in the second half. I think we're going to see an avalanche of points.
Newton carries the ball up for Leeds. Anthony Gibbons tries to get away, can't get away from Uduakamanu, the next man in. McDermott stands. I think Paris, Steve-O, with 36 minutes gone, are starting to look a bit shell-shocked, a bit worn round the edges. It's been a very difficult season for them so far with all these domestic commitments.
Well, they knew it was going to be hard, and let's hope that after this weekend they won't have that problem, but it's certainly affected them now. But let's not take anything away from the Leeds effort so far. Paris 56, Leeds 7. There's the missed tackles. Paris 24. Tells its own story, doesn't it?
Sure does, and that's a knock on. He just got a hand to it, did Devecchi. A good job, though, he did. To be fair, there was a man out wide. But Steve-O, this domestic backlog will last for a couple of weeks yet. The championship final on the 25th of May. Once that's out of the way, well, maybe.
They knew they were going to be a tired outfit Clean breaks 4. And you see Leeds working hard, 57. They're playing good basic football, but they are finding the gaps very close to the ruck, at the play the ball area. They know that when they bring the ball back on the inside like that, there's always going to be problems arise.
Paris could do with a try up the other end before half-time. Leeds will be looking to build on this lead here with Holroyd. Another hand to it from Onta. That will be play on. And 6 to go. Cummins retains possession. Hassan brushes away from one. Can't get away from the next two. Harmon is there in support for that little run from Newton.
Good refereeing by David Campbell there. Torre, the Paris hooker, was in the way. Rather than penalise him, he just continued on.
Ball out wide. Fallon manages to pick up the pieces. If it had been a good pass to Fallon, he would have been in for the hat-trick. As it is, he's dragging Leeds back to the 20-metre mark. And there's some real pressure coming in here on this Paris Saint-Germain outfit, because that's 6 to go again. Great crowd here, though, at the Charlotte Stadium to watch this match. From dummy half, it's Newton. He's stopped by Luchesse. Torre coming in over the top. Oh, and McDermott went without the ball. He got the ball away, though, to Harmon. Harmon tried to get it to Morley, and it's play on. Now then. Gregory Toutard couldn't get through, but Will Vergnol.
Good run by the centre there, Vergnol. They needed that. Well, remember when the first game, the opening of Super League here at the Charlotte Stadium, it was Paris that got an intercept just before the half-time, I feel. That got them back into the game. They need to score now in the dying seconds of the first half.
Bloomfield kicks over the top and Hare's after it himself. Bloomfield's there, but so too is Anthony Gibbons, the fullback. And Gibbons taking no chances whatsoever.
Good cover by Gibbons. Really did get to it. Well played there by a little halfback.
Ball is out of play. It's going to be a Leeds drop out from under their posts.
Nice idea, though, wasn't it, from Veer Bloomfield? You could see that the fullback was way out of position.
Cover Udwakamanu, by the way, receiving treatment. That's why referee David Campbell just holds up the play and allows him to go off the field. But there's the half-time siren. 40 minutes which saw Paris take a lead, 4-0, but Leeds hit back, and 2 tries from Jim Fallon have caught the eye. So too is one from Kevin Iro. And Adrian Morley on his birthday, 7 minutes before half-time, and those Leeds supporters are delighted. Same can't be said, though, for Paris Saint-Germain or their fans. But Iro, such a strong man in attack, gets the ball away to Fallon, who's grabbed 2 tries, and it's Paris 4, Leeds 20 at half-time.
What he saw makes him a witness.
I need a lawyer.
What he knows makes him a target.
I talk to the feds tomorrow, I'll kill you.
An ambitious DA.
You know where that body's at, you better tell me.
A rookie lawyer.
You're playing big league hardball here, Miss Love.
Who could he trust?
Is there something you're not telling us? I came after you, didn't I?
Welcome back to the Charlotte Stadium here in Paris, where Paris Saint-Germain trail Leeds at half-time by 20 points to 4. But a crowd in excess of 15,000 has been confirmed during half-time, and they're watching Leeds put on a much better display than they did against the Broncos at Headingley last week. And just look at this stadium. It's a picture when it's filled like this. Great to see, and there's no doubt about it, they're watching some great skills, and quite a night for Dean Clark to be making his debut. Different look for Dean Bell from his days at Hull Kingston Rovers and the Scarborough Pirates. Dean Clark. Dean Bell's his coach. Dean Clark has got the Steve-O look. Lord help him. Graham Holroyd's got the Holroyd look and has got the look of a young man who wants 2 points from this visit to Paris here tonight. At the moment, they're on course for their first away win of the season. Ahead 20 points to 4. Big 40 minutes coming up for both these sides. Paris to maintain the interest in them, and Leeds to confirm the fact that they might be coming out of the rocky patch.
Good work straight away from Fallon, taking the pressure off the forwards, coming in from the wing. Well, we mentioned at half-time that Dean Bell surely would have told these Leeds players to make sure you keep the ball alive, play out your 6. Oh, great run. That is power.
Super run from Barry McDermott, the sort of run that lifts the team at the start of the second half. Gives them confidence, gives them a belief that perhaps this is going to be their night. Newton to Clark, back to Holroyd. Up in the air from Holroyd. Luchesse was after it, got it, but he also had to take the tackle from Forshaw.
Nice kick and a damn good chase too.
Bonke surrounded by Morley, Harmon and Holroyd. Holroyd the third man in. Torre, now Bloomfield. Dumped to the ground by Morley.
Oh, great work from Morley there.
Yes, very quick from the play, the ball area, the marker position.
Crash tackled the halfback, and you can see how Leeds are moving up. They're not allowing Paris to get this ball away, and that's play on, man on man. Now will they give the knock on?
Didier dropped it, and what's more, he took a crack on the ankle from Dean Clark. Oh, no, it was one-on-one, you're right.
Yeah, play on. Well, I'm surprised that David Campbell didn't allow that. Could see that Clark's hand definitely pulled it away. Didier limping back
and forced into the standoff role, really, to cover the Australian Todd Brown, out of this Paris side at the moment with a broken jaw.
They've really missed him. He's the man that organises their attack. But they're not giving in. Good defence by CABESTANY. And you see Bloomfield leading the charge, but they're pretty slow out wide. You've got to get up quicker than that.
Holroyd with that little run, halted by Casselat. Now McDermott once more. Whoa, a swinging arm from Adams to trap the ball under his shoulder and then bring him down. Clark saw a little gap. Torre, and they couldn't close it, and Morley's in for his second, and a dream start to this second half for Leeds. Torre and Uduakamanu were left for dead, and Morley was through. Great try.
Nice play by Dean Clark. You run the angles and see how he sucks the players in. Just pops it up superbly. Maybe a little bit of doubt about that one, but Adrian Morley gleefully accepts the 4. May see a better shot from this angle, but see how he threw the angle and got the ball away. 50-50. Either way, Morley won't complain, but look at the strength here. Nice release of the football. They got away with it. Yep, that looked a bit forward, slightly, to me. Either way, David Campbell kept the whistle around the wrist, not to the lips.
Morley's second try. They will say in the Leeds area that it's about time they had a little bit of a rub of the green in terms of line decisions like that, and they got it on that occasion. And that was what they brought Dean Clark over for, playing for Auckland in the Lion Red Cup in New Zealand. And it's given that pass from Clark and the try from Morley this opportunity now for Holroyd to add the extras again. Kicking well now. Great start to the second half for Leeds, just what they wanted. Be a mountain for Paris now.
They pushed up very quickly. That's the man that circled there, but you notice he turned his back. Look at that. Patrick Ontar really was left in no man's land while the big fella raced through for an easy 4.
It's a great birthday for the big second rower, Adrian Morley. That's his first 2-try effort for Leeds. 19 today. Dean Bell will be thrilled with that, as he will be thrilled with this defence, again led by Morley. Paris trapped in their own quarter, as they have been for much of this match, but they're not trapped now because Leeds creeping up and caught offside.
Paris quite happy just to slow things down. Eager defence. Hassan leading the charge, but a little bit too early. There's a hooker, Newton. The youngster has played well. He's controlled things well at the dummy half, and he's done his share of tackling.
26 points to 4, Leeds are ahead. Low penalty count though, isn't it? Only 3, and Paris have had 2 of them. That's lovely play off the floor. Onta was there in support. He wants to get on with it, and Holroyd won't let him up. Now he does. And there's Kasala trying to release the pass.
Well spotted by Mercer there, and the prop forward. Neil Harmon going very low. Good defence there. You see out wide. See how they're forcing Paris down the middle.
Good play though from Adams. Gets the ball away to Touré. Touré out wide to Bonquet. And Freddie Bonquet scores. Try given by David Campbell, no doubts. And that's brought a few smiles to the French faces. Bonquet with the try.
Little doubt here. Good run from Adams, but it was great work from the hooker. Patrick Touré saw that they were weak on the blind side. Kevin Iro took the most enormous dummy far too late. And Frederick Bonquet finishing off with a 4. That'll lift their spirits. But Adams and Mercer, they've been at each other all night. On the blind side. See you later, Kevin. Nice finish too. The crowd liked that one. Look how the hooker throws the dummy here. Mr. Iro takes it. He knows it too. Good positioning there by the winger. Bonquet had to reach back slightly, but the split-second delay didn't prevent him from making the 4.
Conversion attempt is on its way from Patrick Touré. That misses. But Patrick Touré has had a hand in 2 of the tries. And Maurice Lindsay and Jacques FOUROUX watching this match and enjoying what they are seeing, I'm sure. Jacques FOUROUX with a smile on his face, brought on by that try from Frederick Bonquet. And we can't overemphasize, really, Steve, when we look around this stadium and we see the numbers that they are getting in here consistently in Super League, what a wonderful, wonderful job Jacques FOUROUX has done in this city. And what he has done by bringing Jean Kerwin into the act, he is now going to be European Development Officer.
Forward thinking, but that was a little bit too high from the big fella. Udwakamanu swinging right over the top. Yeah, little doubt about the penalty, and little doubt that the Paris Saint-Germain side are looking towards the future. He's been a great ambassador, not only for rugby union, but also since his switch to the Auckland side. They've done exceptionally well with him. He'll be a real asset to it, this country, and of course the Paris side. They've done well. It was never going to be easy for them in their first season. Well, that's another forward that they've got away with, Eddie.
Cummins picks up the pass. Touré with the tackle low down. This is Hassan now. Good hard work needed by this Paris side. Toutard was there, the number 36. Now Dean Clark will take it on for Leeds. He finds Holroyd. Holroyd going down a blind alley, takes the tackle from those 3. Last one for Leeds. 42 metres made. Clark dabs one to the corner. That's too hard. That will run dead. Danger goes for Paris.
Plenty of experience, but I'm afraid it was far too strong. Laurent Luchesse quite happy to let that go. Dead in goal. Dean Clark, well, that's his first kick in general play. Hasn't really needed to do the kicking game because he's controlling things down. He's the pivot out there.
Bonquet grabbed to the ground by Iro. Kasala.
Good defence. Moving up one line, forcing the Paris side down the middle.
Here come Paris again. But Morley is there, and Harman is there. The captain, Neil Harman, yet to sort out his future. He's still negotiating a contract with the Leeds club, and he really is proving by his display here tonight where his loyalties lie, where he would like to stay. The kick through, Gibbons watched it, good chase. Onta leading, Torre coming in, two experienced men, but that's the zero tackle, of course.
He's fired up, is Patrick Onta. Really is a great battler. He knows that his charges are pretty tired, but it was a good chase on that occasion.
Harman, the pass bounced in front of Clark. Michel Mazaret, the Paris Saint-Germain coach, is down on the sideline again and is watching as his side try and come back against this Leeds outfit. Could play the ball by McDermott. Newton.
Good play, though, by Leeds. They're settling things down now. This is where they'll use the link.
George Mann on. First touch for George Mann. Back after a two-match ban. And he has replaced Mike Forshaw. Loose forward goes off and Mann comes on. Kick into the corner and Bonke is just... well, he's allowing that ball to go past him and didn't look interested in picking it up. He should have done. It would have been a zero tackle, and it was a perfect kick as well.
Well, as you mentioned, Eddie, he had all the time in the world to take and pick up that football. It was a nice way to kick by Holroyd. He'll be quite happy at 26-8. They'll apply the pressure now.
But with the zero tackle rule, Steve-O, and that ball obviously heading the right side of the flag, why on earth didn't Banquet pick it up?
Because he's tired. He looked tired. They've had a lot of work to do, this Paris Saint-Germain side tonight. Well, we saw in the first half against the London Broncos that Leeds' defence was superb. Okay, it fell apart in the second, but they really are getting it right tonight.
Adams gets the pass away. Onta, Clark in there, and Fallon. They crash tackled him to the ground. There's Bonke again. Cassala.
They're just not allowing them to move, are they? They're struggling to get over the advantage line of the Paris side.
They might with Bloomfield, and they might now with Torre.
Well, he hasn't thrown the towel in, has he? The hooker, Patrick Torre, has worked tirelessly both in attack and defence.
Kick downfield, Fallon moving lazily towards it. Onta's after him, but again, big open space for Fallon to exploit, but not now. Didier comes in, and so too Cabestany.
You felt that, did Fallon? It was a pretty tough tackle. Fallon's down on his haunches.
Anthony Gibbons wrestled to the floor by Udwakamanu, and he misses that tackle on Barry McDermott. Darren McDermott goes on the halfway line, and McDermott trying to pinch the penalty. And referee David Campbell says, look, let's get on with it and play the ball. Newton with that little run.
Good refereeing as well. Can't have players just trying to milk it all the time.
George Mann. Didier did well to hang on to his ankles. Clark. Holroyd. Out wide. Was Fallon again, the man on his hat-trick. Good strength from the Leeds winger. Good defence from Freddie Bonke. 53 metres made in those 5 tackles. Holroyd, crossfield kick. He saw space out wide. That's a great kick. Hassan would have scored if he'd have taken it in.
Did well to get anywhere near it. It was a superb kick up there. Just lost control of it. He knew it was try time. Well, the options are good. Working hard. Getting the kick over the top. They're using their 6. That's what their coach would have wanted. But you must give a lot of credit also with the fact they bought Dean Clark just to bring that bit of experience, but also to steady the ship somewhat. He's done that, hasn't he, tonight?
He has. Pierre Chamaran gets the pass out to Bonke. Bonke has to take the tackle from Fallon. Quick play the ball here, and Leeds could be stretched. Onta gives it to Darren Adams. Darren Adams has burst through. He's gone past 2 more. He's looking for support. It was there, but Chamaran couldn't take it in.
Well, what a sitter. Tremendous work there. Well, the big second rower, Darren Adams, didn't have the legs to finally get there. Threw a few dummies. Wasn't the best pass, to be fair, to Pierre Germain, but the chance was there. Gone begging.
Well, Darren Adams, he's a tall man, and he stands out like a beacon sometimes, and he certainly does when he puts runs in like that. Here's McDermott again. He has worked hard since he came on. Now Holroyd.
Had a big game, hasn't he, McDermott? McDermott, you're right. And not only is he just taking the ball up and rushing, he's looking to offload, turning in the tackle.
That's a good ball to Morley. Is Morley on his way to a hat-trick? He's unselfishly given it to Hassan. To Francis Cummins, beg pardon. That's Francis Cummins who stole up on the left wing, where Hassan should have been. And it's Cummins who gets his 5th Super League try. But unselfish then from Morley, he could have scored himself.
Quick play of the ball, and you can see that the Paris side still going back. There's about 3 players trooping through. And the upper body strength of Morley. Nice pass out wide. Good support there by Cummins. But it all came about by a quick play of the ball. The upper body strength from this guy. He's having a wow of a game. Beautifully timed pass. They got the overlap. Cummins gleefully takes the 4. You can see in the background a very dispirited Paris side.
Francis Cummins, who's not missed in Super League, and this is his 99th Leeds appearance. Sir Graham Holroyd with a 50% success rate with the boot. 3 out of 6. Crowd doing their best. This fellow with the drum, as Holroyd comes up to strike the ball, he thumps the drum and sets off on another little chant.
There you see, look, 3 of the Paris side. They're going backwards, face to the opposition. You can't afford to do that. Once the link was on from Clark, misses him out, Iro, they're all at sea. The defense is like the dog's back leg. They just run out of numbers.
Well, what might have been had Pierre Germain, who's in charge of the football now, taken that pass when Darren Adams made the break. As it is, Leeds have increased their lead to 22 points. Let's hear from the former Leeds skipper, Gary Schofield, our guest tonight with Bill.
Gary, Leeds complaining they haven't had a lot of luck this season, but certainly they made the most of their luck there, didn't they? Paris bombed one, they went straight at the other end.
Well, they did, and I think you can put it down to Dean Clark. He's settling in pretty well, and he's giving Leeds that bit of whip what they've been lacking. And say the long balls out there are causing Paris a lot of problems.
And do you think having somebody like Dean Clark around then takes the pressure off Graham Holroyd? He's not under so much pressure to produce the magic.
Well, that's without a doubt, you know. Clark has got the experience, and also he's got a lot of vision, and say 2 long balls that caused him Paris a lot of problems. Dean Clark has done a good hand in field of tries.
Gary Schofield commenting on Dean Clark as Pierre Germain tried to get another attack going down the left-hand side. We watched that, Steve-O, but what must Gary Schofield be thinking? He must be thinking that it could so easily have been him out there tonight.
Well, the Leeds outfit say that Schofield was too old. Well, Dean Clark isn't all that young. They really had lost their way. They needed someone to steer their way through. And as we mentioned earlier, Dean Clark has done that. But that's a good break.
Great break from man, Holroyd. Holroyd with the shackles loose, and Holroyd with the 4 points. Well, Paris put one ball into touch. Leeds launched the attack. Man finds Holroyd. It's a high 5, and it's 4 for Holroyd.
Nice step. George Mann. You can't go high on a big fella like that. His upper body strength is superb. Laurent Luchesse was just palmed away. But good support, though. See how he runs the angle. Once he got the step, he got Oud Wakamanu going down early. It's a nice offload. Well-timed pass. Watch him skip from here. He feels that they're getting close. Just skips away. Oops, that's the way. Graham Holroyd will enjoy that. I'm sure he's also enjoying the fact that he's got a man of so much vision as Dean Clark at the side of him now.
Graham Holroyd's try then. 4 extra points from Leeds. They're on their way to their second victory of the season, their first away from Headingley, no doubt about that now, I think. 3 from 7, and it's now 3 from 8. He's not kicked well at the goal, but he's kicked well in the field of play. And he's got over for that try. 34-8, coming up to the last quarter of the match. You can't honestly now see Leeds letting this go, Steve-O, because this is a tied outfit.
Oh, there was never any doubt when they scored in the second half, and that's good defence again. But he kept it alive. They'll be happy with this. It's the manner in which they've moved up with their defence. They've worked hard. They've been a lot more disciplined of Leeds tonight than they have all season, and that must please their coach, Dean Bell.
Anthony Gibbons has gone off, and Sateki Tui Poloto has come on. So he's on his debut, the big former Tongan Rugby Union international.
So now I thought they might do that. Sateki Tui Poloto. Well, I've got it right once.
Onta, little kick through, looking for Adams. Holroyd instead, and there he is, Tui Poloto.
Good positioning there by Graham Holroyd. He was the sweeper, anticipating the kick. Pretty high there by the prop forward, Kasala.
Mercer with that drive up towards the halfway line. Well, I said during half-time that they had confirmed there were over 15,000 inside the Charlotte again. And look at that, 15,107, the attendance tonight. An amazing record when you think that they had nearly 18,000 when we were last here on the opening night. Leeds, of course, have swelled the numbers as well. But 15,000, Steve-O, 18,000 day one. They're hanging on to them. And what would they do if they got a winning side here?
They'll get there, don't worry. They're fanatical in Paris. As I mentioned before the game started that the soccer side, they won the European Cup Winners' Cup, so they're sports crazy in Paris. They'll support the side. They've shown a lot of effort at Paris, but they really have been outplayed tonight.
Udwakamanu to Torre. Clark is there, McDermott is there. The French international hookers brought to the ground just inside Leeds territory. On tap, won't give it up. Bloomfield, neither will he.
Nice switch back on the inside, but there was no dummy runners. They were not going to be fooled by that. Oh, well done by Mercer. He knew that that ball was going to go back on the inside, but they'll be back to 6.
Yes, 6 to go here for Paris, and they're on the halfway line. Big night this for Leeds. They haven't won away from home in the league since New Year's Day.
There we see Mercer. He picked it out that the little halfback was going to switch the ball. But they may be finishing with a flourish, though, Paris. They'll work hard.
Diveci, Clark round his ankles, finished off over the top by McDermott. Bloomfield. Good strong run from the French substitute. They're getting closer. Last tackle.
Will it be a kick from Ontar into the corner?
Diveci, long ball. Udwakamanu out wide. Oh, crunching tackle. Hassan, great tackle on Tutard.
Tutard really felt that one. Hassan picked him out. Oh, brushed him down and said bang. Full house, bingo.
Second tackle of the night from Phil Hassan, and what a bone cruncher that was. Could easily have been a try had Hassan missed the man. He didn't miss him. Here's George Mann. Now Kevin Iro. Young Newton has gone off, and David Gibbons has returned. Fallon. Bloomfield. And Fallon felt that, but Bloomfield, I think, felt it more.
I think he was surprised.
Oh, well done. Great play by McDermott to Clark, to Holroyd, to Mann. Here's Morley. Time is it for Leeds to turn the skills on? Holroyd again, lovely jinking run from Holroyd. Just couldn't take the pass in.
Just couldn't get it there. Nice to see that Graham Holroyd was moving forward and getting the step. And Tui Piloto couldn't hold it in. Had the opportunity. But that's what I like to see from Graham Holroyd. Far too often, he just puts himself as a first man and doesn't move forward. Well, now that Leeds have got Dean Clark, perhaps he can be a little bit more adventurous when it comes to an attack.
Thundering challenge by Mercer, and he caught one in the face for his corner then. Bloomfield, ball out wide, great tackling again from Hassan.
Well, Gregory Toutard will be saying, where's this Hassan come from? Every time he gets the football, he gets crunched.
Just 9 metres made by the French on that set. It's great defence from Leeds. Nothing that Touré could do other than to put the boot to ball. Tui Piloto picks it up. Well, we saw a great event midweek on Sky Sports, didn't we, when Wigan took on Bath? And we will have Wigan in the Middlesex Sevens tomorrow for you. Sky Sports 2 from 11 a.m. exclusively live on Sky Sports 2. Steve-O and I on the first plane out of Paris in the morning to be there and look at Wigan in the Sevens. How do you think they'll do, Steve-O?
I think they go very, very close. I think their only danger is going to be the Wasps outfit.
And on Sunday, after all that, we take you to Knowsley Road, the home of the league leaders, the Saints against London Broncos. We're on air at 5:30, and St Helens playing these days in front of big crowds at Knowsley Road. I'm sure that Sunday night will be no different. Top against third in the Super League on Sunday night on Sky Sports.
It's good to see this Leeds defence, though, working hard, even though they're leading 34-8.
Luches to try and launch another attack down the middle of the field. Casala, Onta is there, but good wrapping up by Dean Clark. 4 tackles gone. Devecchi, Chamaran, he hasn't been able to inject himself into this match as he has on so many other occasions this season. He's been well watched by Leeds. The kick not the best, straight up in the air. They've allowed it to bounce. What's this? And that was a push in the back. That was off Leeds. It's 6 to go, it's play on. And that was off a Leeds man, it's another 6 to go. Well done, Udwakamanu. Jacques enjoying that. Here is again the big fella.
He's worked hard. Tyler's working, isn't he?
Well, they're wishing and willing, this French team, to get a try. Onta fooled everybody, and he certainly fooled Eric Verniol then. And Verniol caught one.
Did he ever? Crunch time. The big fella, Barry McDermott, put the shoulder to him. There's some bruised guys out there. Been a tough encounter. Some big hits.
Here's Holroyd again. He's in the mood tonight. You might be right, Steve-O. He's been released of the shackles because Dean Clark has moved in alongside him now, and he can display his full range of talent, but the pass to Fallon was put down.
Well, it's all about the confidence being brought back to Graham Holroyd. Fallon making a bad header, really, but as we mentioned, Holroyd has got such a wonderful step off both feet as well.
Luches dumped to the ground, and dangerously by Tui Piloto. Not allowed in this game, young man.
You can see that he had the hand inside the leg. That's against the rule now. That's to prevent any serious injury. It's a damn good rule too.
Great run here from Bonquet. Turns round and goes under the posts. And that's what the French crowd wanted to see. Second try for Freddie Bonquet. And he turned Dewey Piloto inside out with that run. Second tonight, third in Super League.
Good thinking by the hooker, Patrick Torre. They took a quick tap on the blind side. And it was Germain that kept this ball alive. And Frederick Bonke, George Mann was caught through. McDermott failed to fill in, but that is a superb step off the left foot. Setiki Tui Piloto had no chance with that. Good try.
Great kick, a great try from Bonke. And the try has been converted from bang in front by Patrick Torre. So 14-34. And even though this is a tired outfit, even though Leeds running hot tonight, the Paris team have not been disgraced. And listen to the din inside Charlotte every time they score.
Back on the blind side. Quick thinking there by Torre. Kept it alive also by Germain. He got away from it. You could see McDermott gave the other substitute, George Mann, a real look then. Bad mistake. They were caught on the blind side. Probably one of the few occasions that Leeds defence was caught napping.
Well, the music and the din continues all around us, and they're now trying to get their own version of the Charlotte Stadium Mexican wave underway. Steve-O, it's like playing Super League in a discotheque. I made the point at half-time. McDermott, meanwhile, penalised.
Well, there it is.
Are you ready? Are you ready? They're coming round to us. Where next?
With your coordination, Eddie, you wouldn't do it. There's the reason why he lost it, and you must regain. You've got to stand up before you can play the football. He failed to do that also, so two occasions where David Campbell could have penalised.
We've missed the wave.
With my hairstyle, I missed a wave a long time ago.
Coutard takes the tackle. Inside the last 10. Credit Paris for keeping it going here. They're winning a lot of friends in the French capital, and rightly so.
They must be out on their feet. They really are trying to the end. Listen to the crowd now.
They're lifting this team. Patrick Ortin gets the pass away. They keep it going again. Casala. Well, you think they're about to win. Never mind, get some respectability on the scoreboard. They are getting behind this team with vengeance. Torre just held up short.
That's a shame. He deserved that. He's worked hard all night.
Casala trying to burrow his way over. Gets the pass away. Onta spins a pass out wide. Over the top. Well, it's enterprising stuff. They might as well throw caution to the wind now. Holroyd picks up. And Michel Mazaret, his team plays with as big a smile as he has on his face.
Well, that'll bring the crowds, and it'll keep them. Really entertaining stuff. And those two have gone at each other all night. Adams and Mercer. Crunch time.
When this Paris Saint-Germain team, Steve-O, with this support, can concentrate solely on Super League and not the French domestic competitions, they will do well.
Of course they will. They're a forward-thinking club. The din in this stadium is absolutely outstanding.
Fallon wants a hat-trick to crown his trip to Paris. Over his head it goes, bounces off the head of Iro, and Darren Adams gets the ball back. Luchesse at dummy half.
Good play there by Dean Clark. Experience showed then. Well, Fallon said, let's get on with it. At 34-14, you can afford to do that. Oh, well picked up there. Udwakamano.
And he gets the pass away as well. This is Divecci. He gets away from Cummins. He's on his own, though, and Hassan comes down the wing to pull him back.
He got back well, didn't he, Hassan? That was clever play.
Onta. Long ball. Germain. Luchesse keeping the ball alive. Patrick Ortin. The pass is somehow sticking, and Fallon pinches the ball. That's allowed. One-on-one, that's allowed. He took it from Germain.
Good open play. They kept it alive there, but well played by Jim Fallon. Super stuff, man-o-man. Well, he's been in the wars today, Germain. When you're up against Kevin Iro, it's never going to be easy.
Ball goes to ground. Who has it? I think Tui Poloto's got it, and he has. Casala surrenders.
Well, midway through the second half, Eddie, I just thought for myself that perhaps Leeds maybe would run riot. But what a great fight back. They really are tired out there, this Paris outfit.
There are people flat out in back play. Oh, brilliantly picked up by Onta. He's got support there from Uduakamano. The ball spills on the tackle from Cummins. But how many have they bombed now, the Frenchman?
I'd say about half a dozen. But they're throwing caution to the wind. Keeping it alive, entertaining stuff.
But it's great from both the sides. They're really having a go here. What a great take by Onta.
He took it well, didn't he? Well, there's two Paris players on the deck. One's in a bad way back there. Uduakamano struggles to get back into the defensive line.
Here's Holroyd again. Well, it's an air of real razzmatazz here in Paris when they play their Super League fixtures. I'm sure that the atmosphere has come through to you at home. And I know that many people are planning their weekends in the French capital when their team is here, and you'll enjoy every minute of it.
Well, what a chance for Frederic Banquet. Mercer threw the looping pass. He got himself into the position, and that was try time. Freddie would have gone away then. He knows it too. Second error of the night.
But did you notice the other statistic that flashed up a few moments ago? Paris enjoying the better of this second half in terms of possession. And this fella's enjoying every minute of it, the drummer. Dean Clark now gets the pass on the inside to George Mann. George Mann held up 4 meters short of the line. Iro through and gets the try. His second as well. Tries are coming in twos tonight. 2 for Iro, his 7th in Super League.
Hard work by the forwards, got them to the position. And you'll see that he'll just push Onte out of the way. I'm afraid that has been quite a few problems for the Paris side, going far too high on a man who's got tremendous upper body strength. Swats him off like a fly. Get out of the way. Either way, though, it was well spotted. Iro sensed they were weak on the blind. The little half-back, Patrick Onta, who's worked hard. He tried to keep the Paris side going, but he'll be a happy man.
Yes, a much brighter face for Dean Bell tonight than it was at Headingley last Sunday. Holroyd, this is eminently kickable for him. (38-14), and that now is 40 points to 14. And as I say, those tries have come in twos. 2 for Fallon, 2 for Morley, 2 now for Kevin Iro. Holroyd has kicked 4 goals.
Well, it's been a good battle, hasn't it, Kevin Iro, against the French international centre Pierre Chamaran.
Less than 2 minutes to go. Vincent Wolf comes on for Paris for the tired Uduakamanu.
Caught a stray boot there, did the hooker Patrick Torre from the big fella. He'll keep going, won't he?
Loses the ball. It was actually stolen from him, so it's play on, says David Campbell. That one was dropped. That's going to be play on. Gibbons takes the tackle from Divecci, and the referee actually will bring them back, and they play first knock on, and Leeds will have head and feet at the scrum.
Lost control of it, Eric Vergnol. Back on the inside. Divecci trying to get the centre going, but nowhere to be seen.
That should have been play on though, Steve,
yep.
Surely. Oh, and what against the head? Paris. Leeds had the feed, and Paris got possession from the scrum. Bloomfield closed down quickly. Half a minute to go. 14 Paris, 40 Leeds. Good evening's work. Oh, Castler, that was forward.
Yep. He knows it too, but he's worked hard. He's coming for some pretty tough treatment tonight. The hooker, Patrick Torre, knew that he was about a yard in front.
Mental and physical fatigue. I put that as a case for his defence. Well, take your hats off to this Leeds side. They came, Steve-O, with backs against the wall, and they've come to this cauldron of noise that is the Charlotte Stadium, and they have done well. There's the siren. It's all over, and Leeds have picked up exactly what they wanted. 2 points on their journey across the channel here to Paris. Their first win in the league since New Year's Day. No wonder those Leeds supporters are delighted. And not only the fact that they have won, but the manner in which they have won will surely have pleased their coach, Dean Bell. Leeds' best score yet in Super League. Holroyd, well, he has been at the heart of the victory and scored a great try, sidestepping and shimming his way to the line. Leeds have won by 40 points to 14. Is this the point that their season gets back on track?
Night of the heavyweights. Lennox Lewis is knocking on Tyson's door, but while Iron Mike doesn't want to answer, Lewis is keeping in shape against former WBO champion Ray Mercer. Night of the heavyweights. Evander Holyfield takes on Bobby Chairs. Night of the heavyweights. Tim Witherspoon takes on Jorge Luis